So here we are, and the question I get a lot is that now that I'm finally finished, what exactly my truck does and what exactly did I do to it. So I'm going to show you. This is my 2011 Silverado expedition vehicle. I just finished it officially probably last night, and we're leaving for a 5,000 mile road trip tomorrow. So I'm going to show you all the stuff that this truck does. So here she is. Her name's Susie. It's my awesome truck. We're going to start in the back. First off, we're going to talk a little bit about this canopy. This canopy is attached to the truck. It's called the Fox Wing canopy. It covers 270 degrees of the truck. Okay. As you'll see, there's some lights attached underneath, and that kind of light up camp. We're going to move to the back. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on in the back. There's a ladder to get in. You see lights in the back. The truck has over 30 external lights that are attached to it for actually lighting up for going camping. It's got what's called the tire gate on the back. That holds my spare tire, a 5-gallon jerry can, and my high lift jack. It's got a backup camera as well. I have a 63 quart. This is actually a refrigerator that actually holds all my food. We can see it's actually set for 25 degrees. And if you look inside, it's actually a real refrigerator. We're on a drawer system here. Okay, there are 2 drawers built in the back of the truck that hold all my gear and tools, and they're designed to hold everything inside. Okay, and they actually extend out the full length of the truck. In the back of the truck is where I sleep, and there is a 6-inch memory foam mattress in the back. Okay, it's really super comfortable. You can see in the back that we have propane heat back there. The propane canister is right located behind this panel right here. Up underneath, we have some netting for gear. We have lights. If we look up actually underneath here, we have a rack that's designed to actually hold 32 coat hangers if in case your clothes are wet. And we have a bunch of fans in the back to kind of cool you off, and the window's open. This is a net I designed and built and I made. It zips down. And this actually keeps the bugs out. Okay. The fridge comes out when I'm sleeping back there, and it goes on a little table I put next to the truck. Right back here is the control panel for everything that's going on. It tells me my water temperature in the tank, my voltage, and how much water I have in. I'm running a little low right now. And these are all my controls for my fans. See, my fans are working now. They keep me nice and cool. Camp lights, which are very bright in the back. And those also light up on the sides. 12-volt extensions, that's for outside power. My overall power, my thermostat power, and my bed lights. That kind of gives a little bit lighting underneath. You can kind of see that there. Another interesting feature of this truck is a system I designed. It's a program that I wrote that allows me to control my entire truck by Bluetooth. So if I want to, I can control everything by this program that I actually wrote. As you can see, it just says camp lights. So that's on my phone and my tablet. The tablet is tied into a 2 terabyte Wi-Fi hard drive, and I have my entire movie collection on that hard drive, and so I can watch movies when I'm camping too. Okay, so that's the back. My sleeping bed goes back, my bag goes back there, pillows, and it sleeps about 3 people really comfortably. A little shelf in the back for hanging my stuff too. So, the one question I get is that how does my truck have a shower in it? Well, this is my shower. Okay, as you can see, there's the water hookup on there. It's also digitally hooked up, so I control it from my phone. I get asked the question: is it like a good shower? It's an amazing shower. And you see there's a ton of water pressure there. It can heat up as hot as the engine will make it. It's on a thermostat, so it doesn't get too hot. I set it for about 120 degrees. And it holds 22 gallons of water. You can see the water tank underneath the truck. Okay, so it's a lot of water. What do I shower in? There's what I shower in. Okay, so my little shower tent. put the tarp down so my feet don't get really dirty, and then I take a nice shower. It's really nice. So moving on, this truck is lifted, of course. It's got a 6-inch Silverado or 6-inch BDS suspension on here. The entire suspension of the truck's been replaced with this whole entire Fox system and actual 6-inch springs in the rear, along with Fox shocks. Very nice system. It's got 35-inch Toyo Open Country mud terrains with fuel rims. Okay. And one question I get is about the gearing. It's got 4, 5, 6 gears in the front and back with an E-locker for rear locking in there. Going to the interior kind of has a lot of things going on. So we do have just a ton of stuff. We got a DVD player going on. It does play all the time. It's got Hulu, Netflix. It's got full internet attached through my any kind of iPhone that I want to hook up through it. I have my ham radio. I have my CB radio. I have my battery voltage for both individual batteries. And I also have all my control panel switches underneath. We got my winch hooked up, LEDs, all my lights. This turns on my actual backup battery, and this actually turns on my isolator. I have my camp lights here and my locker here. Got a Bully GT tuner for performance and gas mileage. And right underneath here is the Bluetooth brain of the truck. So that's something that, as far as I know, no one's ever done before. And I wrote that program. RAM mount for my tablet, which works really well. And I keep my tablet in here all the time. And everything's really linked together. Behind the seat is a 2300 4600 watt peak inverter that can power my home. I can take a cord and plug it backwards into my house, and I can actually power my house with this. Got my fire extinguisher just in case, electric blanket, and first aid kit. If you look at the back of the truck, over here, I don't know if we can see it. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. There's a little box over there. There's actually 6 house outlets, so I can do house power coming out of my truck. Moving along, from the front of the truck, we've got a 54-inch curved LED light bar with another 30 in the front, and we have a hidden winch with a master pull synthetic line rated at the winch is 12,000 pounds, the line is 24,000 pounds. I modified and made this. That's a winch hookup underneath my hood, and I made this for my free spool. Underneath the engine, there's now it's been pretty modified. We get a full Canon intake done, a 250 amp alternator for fast charging my batteries, backup batteries. I have my Optima deep cycle battery for deep charging, which runs all my accessories, including my winch. I have my Optima starter battery for starting the truck, and I have my heat exchanger, which actually makes all the hot water. The truck's had the big 3, which means I actually use 0 gauge welding cable for all my battery connectors, and I also replaced all my grounds. So I have 3 huge monster grounds for the batteries. If you look underneath here, my whole entire truck is ran off circuit breakers as opposed to fuses, because if I blow a fuse on the trail or off-road, it could be a problem. Instead, I have circuit breakers running off everything. So I just push a button and reset the fuse. My isolator is located back there as well. As far as performance, the truck has Flowmaster exhausts, dual exhaust catbacks that I had a shop make for me. And that's pretty much it for the engine. I'm going to move around back. You can see in the back that we have a matching spare tire with a Trasharoo. Up top, we have a Rhino rack. I have my Husky bin up there with my chainsaw, shop vac, jack, extra jerry can. I have 4 Max Tracks. located on top with a Fisker axe and shovel, up on my Rhino rack, and everything's all tied together. Okay. So I think overall that's pretty much about it. We have a little table that goes next to the side of the truck, including a stove, which runs off propane. That's how we do all our cooking. And I think that's all. So that's my 2011 Silverado that I built. It took me 2 years, and we built it in my driveway. And it cost a lot of money to build. But it's going on its first major trip, and hopefully won't have any accidents or injuries or issues. And yeah, and I just want to thank Ethan, one of my best friends, for helping me build it. He spent the better part of 2 years outside helping me do this. And even though he's not super like uber mechanical, he really kept me company and really kind of helped me out a lot. I'd like to thank Skylar for making me like really good cocktails the whole entire time and running me out grilled cheese constantly. And I'd like to thank my dog Bear for keeping me company as well when nobody else was around. So that is my truck, and I hope you think it's as cool as I think it is. Thank you.